got vision.
Xeilang versus Tuxedo Luigi.
Welcome back, Forts fans, to another ranked commentary here on SynergyGamingTV. Before we get into the introduction of these players, I want to give all of you a giant shout out. As of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and henceforth, in the year of 2020, we have received some incredible views. We've gained over 100 subscribers in about a 4-day period, and we have gotten some of these commentary videos with over 3,000 viewers. I don't know what happened, but I want to thank you guys so much, and I hope you're enjoying this content. I hope you guys check out the rest of the stuff on the channel. If you guys are brand new here, these commentaries are almost always of rank 10 or above. This is the top tier Forts ranked content for you guys to enjoy. So if you are entertained, make sure to make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and sit back and enjoy the commentary. Now, without further ado, let us introduce our players. On the left-hand side, you can see my longest Twitch subscriber, largest supporter. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but this dude is a legend. You're looking at Xeilang playing Pinchfest. Now, on the right-hand side, you guys know this guy very well. He's been in quite a few of my commentary videos. It is Mario's brother, looking dapper. It is Tuxedo Luigi playing Scattershot. Now, as you guys can probably think here, Scattershot is absolutely terrible on this map, but you don't get to pick your map, so you'd never know. Now, you can see over here, Xeilang is busting out the mortars. If you guys haven't seen my Synergy Plays Ranked video number 2, he's actually literally stealing my exact build. We talked about this. Him and I have done some tutorials, or not some tutorials, but practicing on this map to come up with some strategies, and I showed him this. So, and he's digging it. It comes out super quick, and does lots of damage. So, you can... Oh, what's this? Oh. Look at that. That doesn't show his name anymore. It used to show this the person who submitted the video. It used to show their name. It's looking like in the last patch the developers have noticed my awesome commentary videos and have decided to take out the players' names for anonymity, I believe is the word I'm looking for. Interesting. Well, I know who's who. And that's all that matters, and you guys now know who's who. Let's get into this. You can see here that Xeilang has gone into mortars, deciding to fire the incendiaries early here in the game. I don't know if I would do that unless I was Firebird, but he might have a different strategy in mind. But you can see here he's gone with the upgrade center, still sitting only on 3 mines. Now, that's something you can get away with using Pinchfest. Having the starting metal here in the front of the base, you can sell all that stuff here. However, Tuxedo Luigi working on Scattershot. As we know, Scattershot is absolutely horse garbage. I don't even know what that is. Horse garbage. Horse puckies. I'm Canadian, so we call horse turds horse puckies. I don't know if you guys do. Any of you Southerners there? Any of you ranchers? What do you call your horse turds? Anyway, you can see here the Scattershot, as we know, is not good on this map. However, you don't get to pick your commander after the map has been selected. So, that just makes it for a very difficult strategy here. You can see here that Xeilang is just going to try and suppress him using mortars. We've got some upgraded mortars here. You can see that Xeilang has grouped these in sets of 2. I think that's actually really smart. To try and, so what he's doing is he's alternating firing, so to speak. He's trying to bait out a lot of the gunners and burn them out, which is why he's not firing them all simultaneously. He's kind of firing them in an order. Tuxedo Luigi here manages to tank. Not too bad. You can see that incendiaries here kind of are baiting out a lot of the shots, and then he fires his upgraded heavy mortars afterwards to deal all the damage. Now, Tuxedo Luigi probably trying to strategize. I would assume he's going to try and get high enough here to build some 20 millimeters to get that angle down on Xeilang's core, using that downward angle, right? We've talked about that in the core swing video, I believe. The core swing tutorial video, we talk about the angle of trajectory from your opponents. and how actually incredibly important it is in the way that you want to design and protect your base. If you guys haven't checked that out, head over and look at that right now. The core swing tutorial video in the tutorials playlist on the YouTube channels. Now you can see here Xeilang still firing independently here, trying to bait out the gunner burnout, and then he fires his heavy mortars. Now you can see there he did an adjustment to his heavy mortars. Those were going to land right about in this area. So I think he needs to make a readjustment here. I don't know if he's going to catch that. But, oh, yawns. So, for those of you guys that don't know, I've been fighting a tooth infection. It did manage to clear up right around December 15th, 2020. It has since come back and actually started to flare up right on Christmas Day. So, I'm back on some antibiotics. We do have the tooth extraction appointment for January 11th. For those of you guys that follow my personal life. So, we will have the tooth removed. It's just a wisdom tooth. I've had it, well, obviously, since I became wise. Ha! Yeah, right. You can see here Tuxedo Luigi trying to bust out the portals here. I would really like to see Xeilang increase his metal production, get some more mines in there. Now, I want to point something out. This strategy, this is one that I used in my Synergy Plays Ranked episode number 2, is that this weakness right here, this section in the base, is incredibly weak. You're looking at one cannon shot will probably kill him. So you can see here Tuxedo Luigi managing to get something building here. That's a new, they've changed that. 20 mils are kind of cool now. There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about. Tuxedo Luigi trying to exploit that build in Xeilang. I was hoping that he would have caught on to that soon enough, but he wouldn't have he also, I should say, wouldn't have known that Tuxedo Luigi was scattershot unless there were some shields placed. So there haven't been any shields yet. So there's no way. Yawning again. That's the antibiotics that we're on again. There is no way that Xeilang would have known that activated 20 millimeters were going to come in here. Lucky that that's not doing a whole lot of damage. This is working out relatively okay for him. Managed to tank some of those 20 shots with just a little bit of wood here in the front. I would probably change that to a little bit of armor if he could. But prioritizing, get those mines down. Now, this is a situation that we notice with a lot of newer players. Now, I'm not saying Xeilang is not newer. He's in the top 10. I think he's rank 9 as of this video. Tuxedo Luigi's up there as well. So, but what can happen is you get the gun blinders on and you forget that in the later game, you can see here he's not even repairing, that you need the economy in order to tank the later game damage. Now, this is something that we're going to notice here that this could punish him later in the game. Another yawn. Oh, these side effect. If that's the worst side effect we get from the antibiotics, I am okay with that. You can see here that Xeilang still hasn't repaired his base. He's looking to do a base expansion, still not expanding. He's trying to do all of this on 3 mines. I think that is a catastrophic mistake. You can see here Tuxedo Luigi moving into some swarm technology. This is going to be a little bit detrimental just because of the way the base is laid out. You can see here that there isn't room for gunners to place in the front here to protect against the swarms, and he can't place gunners up top here because of the mortars in the way. So what he needs to do is make an expansion back here, build upwards, and get a wall of gunners up in this area. There it is. Shot coming in here from the sniper. Xeilang hadn't noticed that yet. Now, keep in mind, guys, I want to remind you that I do not know the outcomes of these videos. I do not watch them beforehand because I want there to be kind of a novel experience, not only with you, but for me as well. To do commentary on something where you already know the outcome, not nearly as exciting. Not nearly as exciting. You can see here, trying to get in some gunners. You can place another gunner in here to help protect against the swarms. Dying again. Sorry about that, guys. So you can see here that Xeilang has noticed. There we go. So we're building up the back support here. Hopefully he's going to get it high enough to get some more gunners placed in there. He's trying this out. I do have to razz him next time I talk to him about this 2 1/4 box that he built here. That's just due to high APM. He just didn't quite get it bang on the money, which is not a big deal. So I don't know if that was intentional, but you guys might be able to see this. That the swarm launchers happened. He fired his mortars at the same time so that all the gunners would fire simultaneously. You can notice here the Tuxedo Luigi's own gunners took out a huge majority of those swarms that came out of there. You can see here, nice job on Xeilang here protecting his core with some portals. It actually fires straight back here, takes out Tuxedo Luigi's sniper and his next building 20mm. Now, another yawn. Excuse me. Now you can see here there was a slight mistake. Tuxedo Luigi placed down his 20mm cannon before solidifying the bracing in the background. So if Xeilang was paying attention, he will have seen that another 20mm was placed down there. Now, in most games, you can predict that your player is just going to keep repeating and putting the same weapon down in the same spot. However, in the upper echelon of ranked play, those players are quite a bit smarter and typically tend not to replace weapons with the same weapons. This is another reason that I much prefer Phantom in my ranked matches, as you guys have seen in some of those videos that we just play with random commanders. But as I move up in the ranks, you're going to see me starting to play with Phantom a lot more because it gives me the flexibility to move weapons around. Why do I think that's important? That's a primary example. So in this specific situation, what I would do with Phantom is you'd have this expansion here. I would have placed this 20mm down here in the base. I would have fired this 20mm just like that. Then I would have moved it back up here and then fired another 20mm cannon from the same location. As soon as it was detected that a weapon was there, I would move this weapon to the top spot and keep bouncing it around. That keeps my opponent guessing it's where the damage is going to be coming from. I think that is a very, very viable strategy, and I would like to see it much more in professional gameplay. Another yawn. My apologies. You guys can see here that Xeilang's front mortars are not dialed in correctly. He is aiming a little bit too far. See here, they're going over top. That's valuable damage DPS that he is missing. Although I do believe he's trying to play safe, because those portals are going to be next to impossible to get rid of on this specific map. Now, the problem you have here is you can see this. Oh, he didn't place a 20, he placed a cannon. Oh, there we go. Looking like Xeilang here is losing his ability at map control. Now, the problem is here, I want to point this out to you guys. Here is that Xeilang has decided to keep a minimalistic base, which means that he's keeping the majority of everything that does damage below the hill in the middle. Now, the reason that this is a concern is because you don't have that downward trajectory to take out these gunners. Like Tuxedo Luigi here is going to have, as he continues to build up, he's going to have a more downward angle on Xeilang's base, and that is going to spell trouble. Xeilang still running on 3 mines. Now, I can probably tell you, had Xeilang upgraded his economy to go into 5 mines, this base expansion could have been much larger. And he'd be able to have additional weapons up here to give him that downward trajectory to basically even a shotgun to take out all the gunners. So it's a little surprising here to see that he hasn't done anything with his metal economy. All right, we got a swarm shot coming here from Tuxedo Luigi. Lots of gunners there, trying to bait out. So you can see here, Xeilang baiting out most of the gunners there, which is exactly what you want to do. So you can see here that Xeilang realized that none of his gunners, other than Gary Gunner down here, was ready. So he just decided to fire the incendiary mortars to get Tuxedo Luigi's gunners to fire and take out a majority of those swarms. I'm actually very surprised here that someone actually had mentioned or complained to the developers that replays were showing one of the players' names and not the other one. I'd rather just show both the players, but I'm good either way. I think that's kind of interesting. Maybe it was probably just to even everything out. That why would you show one player, not the other? It shows who submitted the video. I want to mention, though, having said that, player 1 is not always the person who submitted the video, right? They might, you can see that player 2 could join a lobby and then win and then submit or lose, doesn't matter. But it could have come from either player, so I guess that works out. Oh! What a mortar shot from Xeilang. That was detrimental to the game. This is probably going to be it here. GG. If he gets those dialed in, he's got some core damage coming down. This is going to be the end of the game, and he does it all on 3 mines. I can't believe that. Never expanded his economy, and there it is, GG! Whew, what a match. That was Xeilang versus Tuxedo Luigi, pinch fist. versus Scattershot.
Can't be touched.